Hi there, Sherry here from Side by Side Enclosures. We're going to go over some installation instructions for the Kawasaki Mule Pro FXT. When you order one of our enclosures, you get if you order the full enclosure, you'll get the back and two side panels. When you start installing it, you'll start with the back. Now, this back is designed to work with the OEM roof. We can also design it to work with any roof, but for this one we're going to go with the OEM roof. And you'll see a piece of J-mold that's actually sewn onto the material. And what this J-mold does is it snaps down over the lip of the back of your roof. So you'll just snap the J-mold down, make sure your back is centered, and you'll stretch the back and make it evenly and stretch it nice and tight. You'll run Velcro right down this edge, the back edge of your roll cage. And so then you can stretch this and attach it. And then we put little, so you'll run Velcro right down this edge, stretch it from side to side, attach it. We put little straps. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 little straps. You'll want to make sure they're on either side of your roll cage. And you'll wrap these around, and they just give some extra security. There's one here, one here, one here, and one here. So once you get it nice and centered, stretched real nice and tight, oh, I almost forgot, when you're putting it on, we have the little holes for your arms. So you'll put the enclosure through the holes first, and put your arms back down. And then across the back, it'll go right across the back of your bed. And you can attach Velcro back here, and it'll just lay across this lip. And just make sure it's stretched real good side to side. So then you'll go to your side. And what I suggest to do with the side is, and I have to use a step stool because I'm short, start out by putting Velcro all along your roll cage, right along the edge of your roof. And then down the sides of your windshield, or your front roll cage here, not on the windshield, on the roll cage. So what you want to do is start by taking your enclosure, and again we have all these little straps that wrap around the roll cage, so make sure they're opened up, and you'll bring your enclosure up, and what you want to do is make sure that this corner hits the corner of the door. And then you can, right there, like that, and then you can just attach your back. So that way you'll know where your first strap is going to be. And I took a little pencil and put a little pencil mark right there. So then at that point, what you'll do, what makes it easiest, is you'll unzip your enclosure, unzip your side panel. It's just easier to work with this way. And it's easiest if you actually have your roof loosened up, you know, and you can lift it up. At that point, this will tuck back in and helps close that air gap off. And you'll run each of these straps, and as you go forward, pull this strap forward. And again, make sure each of these straps, one's up and one's down, pull forward, leaving it hang up above your roof so that you're going to leave room for it to tuck in when you're done. So you'll just take and you'll keep pulling the enclosure forward, keeping this just above the lip of your roof. So it'll bring you up to the front. And at that point, you'll start working your way down the front. Now what we did with this enclosure is we didn't make any cuts for any of the clamps. That way this enclosure can work with any windshield. So as you can see, we have a lot of the straps going down here. So if one of these straps happens to hit where your clamp is, you can just, like this one would hit right here, you can just cut this strap off because you have plenty of other straps that are going to wrap around the roll cage. So you just run it down the front of your roll cage, tucking these straps in as you go. And then what you'll do is you'll go ahead and you'll zip it. Oops, we start from up here. You'll zip your side panel back on before you set anything. And make sure, it's kind of hard to get started when nothing's held down yet. It's a better job for two people. You'll start your zipper and go ahead and zip your side panel back on. And make sure how everything's going to fit. Now you can see I stretched it maybe a little too hard, so I'm going to have to readjust. And they do take a little bit of finessing, but once you get it fit, it's the last time you have to do it. So we can see we're stretched nice and tight back here. Everything's wrapping in good back here. I just pulled it a little too tight here, so I'll just loosen that up. And there, we're going to be good to go. So then at that point, you can even just leave it attached and reach in and start strapping all your straps around your roll cage. And like I said, this is made to go over your clamps, so it'll work with any windshield. If you happen to run into a spot where one of these straps hits where your clamp is, just cut it off. There's plenty of other straps that are going to hold it to the roll cage. So just to save time, at this point now you would work and tuck everything underneath your roof and strap all of these. And it's very important, just make sure you get everything put in place before you obligate yourself to anything. But we have it, we have it centered pretty nice, so I would go ahead and just strap everything down nice and tight. Tucking it under the roof. Reach in and strap those around. So at that point, we're going to offer this. You can see the enclosure comes with Velcro sewn across the bottom. So we're going to offer this where you can just go with all Velcro to hold it to your doors. Or you can go with a combination of Velcro, because we give you extra. You can actually put Velcro in between your snaps, and that keeps the airflow out. Or you can go like we did with this one with just snaps. Now with the snaps, we offer the self-adhesive snaps, which is what I'm partial to because I don't want to drill my machine, or pop rivet snaps. The self-adhesive snaps, I put this one on here just to show you, they stick very, very well as long as you put them on right. And what we do is we give you a tube of this adhesive promoter, and anywhere you're going to put snaps or a Velcro, what you'll do is you'll take a little, and you'll do this on your roll cage too, I didn't go over that. Take a little bit of this self-adhesive, or this promoter, just put a wee little bit on, and wherever you're going to put, Velcro or anything, just put a real thin coat on it. Let it dry for like a minute, and then it really helps everything stick. Now that would only be after you clean everything with rubbing alcohol. So at that point, normally the snaps will already be, if you go with snaps, they'll already be in the enclosure. So at that point you'll start looking to see where your snaps are going to hit on your machine. Now we already have them on this machine. We've been running the enclosure for a few hundred miles. So our snaps are there. But you'll start, and this is where the finessing comes in. You're going to want this corner to end about right where your door is. Again, with this corner, you're going to want this corner to end about right where your door is. So, and everything can be finessed and pulled, up in here before you strap anything down. So before you start putting any snaps or anything in, make sure everything's set the way you want it, and then you can start setting your snaps or your Velcro. So the really neat thing about this enclosure, like I said, it'll work with any windshield, and you have your full enclosure. Now I don't have this held down get in and out. You unzip, open your door, and you can get in. You can get inside and zip it right back up. We also have a zipper up here if you're just traveling, you need a little air, you can unzip it up here, it lets some air flow in. And the back door works the same way. Then if you head out and you get, you know, it's cold and then it warms up, and now you want to take your whole side off. What's really neat about this now, this is all going to stay installed. You can just unzip your side, pull it off, and that quick, you went from a full enclosure to basically no enclosure. This will stay on. You can carry these with you. If you're out, it starts raining, and you decide you need your enclosure, just get your side back out. It's always best if you have one snap down so that you can get a start. Start your zipper. And as you can see, in less than a minute, you can have your full enclosure back on. That's something nobody else in the market offers. So again, this is Sherry Black from Side by Side Enclosures with the Kawasaki Mule Pro FXT. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call, 724-614-7660, or visit our website, www.sidexsideenclosures.com. Thank you and have a good day.